The new Tyler Perry Studios grand opening was last weekend. The studio is larger than Warner Brothers, believe it or not, Disney and Paramount all combined. Wow. And the first ever fully black-owned studio lot.
Awesome. It was a night to remember, and our very own producer of this show,
who did not ask either one of us to join her,
Courtney Quinn, went down to Atlanta to cover it. Take a look.
The devil went down to Georgia.
When I built my studio, I built it in a neighborhood that is one of the poorest black neighborhoods in Atlanta, so the young black kids can see that a black man did that and they can do it too.
Tyler Perry built his studio on the site of what was once a 330-acre Confederate Army base. And last weekend, he opened the doors with a star-studded event.
What a historic night. You know, I've been singing, Tyler, Tyler, I'm so proud of you. Tyler, Tyler, I'm so proud of you.
Everyone was there, from Jennifer Lewis to Oprah, Colin Kaepernick, and even Halle Berry.
Oh my God.
Whoopi Goldberg is one of the 12 African-American pioneers who Perry named his sound stages after.
You realize this has never happened in the history of movie making? Yes, ma'am. Because people pretended we weren't here? Yes. He's making sure everybody knows we're here.
Those people were all bricklayers in my life. Some of them paved highways in my life, but they were bricklayers to let me know everything was possible.
Perry dedicated a soundstage to the legendary actress Diane Carroll, who unexpectedly died the day before the event.
And it just breaks my heart that she missed today and that she's gone, and we love her so. She made so many things possible for us, you know, and it's just hard.
We asked Spike Lee and Cicely Tyson how it felt to have sound stages named after them.
I feel honored because I'm a part of history.
I think if I could put that into words, I would be a genius.
And that was the resounding theme of the night.
I never imagined this. This is extraordinary.
It just opens so many doors.
This is beautiful. He does it all.
I feel so honored to be here in the midst of all this black royalty.
Tyler is a hero. Tyler is a visionary. Tyler is a man of God.
It's just great to be here for him and then to be able to celebrate what God is doing in his life.
Tyler's one of those people that, you know, is a big dreamer. You know, and a lot of us have that. A lot of us dream about stuff, but we don't know how to go about making those dreams come true.
Tyler made his dream come true and is setting the stage for future generations. I'm Courtney Gwynn, ABC 7 News.
Aww.
So let me ask you, who wasn't there? It looked like everybody was there.
Everybody was there, all A-listers, basically within the Black Hollywood. It was phenomenal. I still have chills to this day because one thing is like, you saw Oprah walking down the red carpet, and then all of a sudden you see Cicely Tyson, you see Whoopi Goldberg, you see, it was just everyone. It was phenomenal. Everyone there that wasn't in the video. Diddy was there, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith were there, as well as Bill and Hillary Clinton, Terrence Howard, Gladys Knight, Bow Wow, JD, Maxwell.
You know Bill had to be there.
And also Jay-Z and Beyonce were there. So it was a phenomenal night.
And you had a little fun on the red carpet as well.
Yes, I did definitely have a lot of fun on the red carpet. Let's take a look.
What a historic night. You know, I've been singing, Tyler, Tyler, I'm so proud of you. Okay, everybody, listen first. Go, Tyler, Tyler, I'm so proud of you. Here we go. Tyler, Tyler, I'm so proud of you. Hey, Tyler. All right, clap. Hey, I'm so proud of you. Hey, y'all sound like
What does Tyler Perry Studios mean to you?
Nothing yet. I haven't worked over here yet.
Oh, so they put a sign outside the door and said, don't allow them in?
Yeah, and, you know.
Now you know that jacket is fire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No.
Not too much, not too much.
Join her.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was definitely a memorable experience.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, to say the least, to say the very least. And what I felt on the red carpet was surreal, in a sense. I had goosebumps, and it wasn't because of the wind. That's what I told a lot of people. I had goosebumps to the point where you got emotional. And I'm not really an emotional person, as you guys probably know. I just kind of bottle in my feelings. But it got to the point at some times where you just kind of like felt like you were going to cry because you were just so proud of the, our community, our culture,
Right.
and because this is the first ever Black-owned studio.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because we have done shows here, topics on this show about the lack of diversity in, you know, with the Oscars and in Hollywood in general. Do you think that this is a huge step forward for diversity in films and movies and TV shows because of Tyler Perry opening up the studio?
Oh yeah, definitely. In his speech at the BET Awards a little bit earlier this year, we saw a snippet of it at the beginning of the package. But basically in his speech earlier this year, he also added that while you guys are focused on Oscar so white, he said, you know, I'm going to be down in Atlanta building my own studio, and that's just what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
That's great.
And that reminds me of like radio, when a lot of artists weren't getting the deals or the contracts they wanted, they went out and started their own labels. So it's nice to see that Tyler Perry is like the first actor, director, producer to step out of that, from under that umbrella and do his own thing.
Yeah, exactly. And as I was mentioning, this particular studio, because he already had a studio down in Atlanta already,
Right.
and he basically built another studio. And this studio is 330 acres long. I mean, excuse me, big, 330 acres big. And it was built on top of a military base. The military base basically was called Fort McPherson Military Base. And that's where slaves basically built the military base. And it was a Confederate military base. And he did a phenomenal job. Like I said, everybody was there. The invitations that he sent, I forgot to pull that up, but the invitations that he sent were like these small boxes, and I believe they had like a video screen on them. And people were just honored to receive those boxes. Yeah, they were like, oh my goodness, I have to be there. And granted, the BET Hip Hop Awards were the same evening. And some people actually, I think, went there, like Diddy went there, of course, to honor Little Kim, and then came rushing over to the red carpet. Everyone was packed up, the photogs in their gear, and here comes another celebrity. Like I said, it was nonstop. Yeah, and it was awesome.
Tell us a little bit about Beyonce. You said she got emotional at this event?
Yeah, she got emotional, and on Instagram, she basically was saying that congratulations to Tyler Perry, excuse me, and that she could feel her ancestors' presence there, and that she was surrounded by her heroes such as Denzel Washington, Queen Oprah, Spike, Whoopi, Sidney Poitier, Will Haley, and Cicely Tyson. And also could feel her our angels, John Singleton and Diane Carroll honored. That was a big thing because Diane Carroll unfortunately passed the day before too. So a lot of people are definitely proud. And we also, Michelle Obama also tweeted recently, just basically saying too as well that of course she's proud of Tyler Perry and that it's the first Black-owned studio there too as well. I'm just kind of, you know, memorizing stuff just because of the fact it was a lengthy post in both posts as far as Michelle Obama and as far as Beyonce too. So you guys have to go online and look at those posts. And Beyonce never writes long posts like that. So it was rare. It was very rare.
Oh, wow. What a memorable event. Tell us more about the Bibles.
Yes. Okay. The Bibles, Tyler Perry buried Bibles under each of the sound stages. He has 12 sound stages named after Whoopi Goldberg, named after Spike Lee.
Wow.
And he has 12 sound stages, and he buried Bibles under the sound stage as well as at the front entrance. So you can basically feel like the presence of like God and just the uplifting spirit and make sure it was christened. You know how when people come into the house and they have like their sages and stuff, that basically was his sage. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So why did he name those stages after those particular artists? Did he say? Is it just people that inspired him?
He basically, I didn't get a chance to ask that particular question because he was, you know, asking. He went to mind you, this event was awesome because everybody was so open to talk. It wasn't rushing along the red carpet like how, you know. Yeah, it's just like, okay, one question, let's move on. But everybody was so gracious. They did the interview. They actually took selfies. So circling back to your question as far as Tyler Perry, he named the sound stages after those people within our culture that were locked out of Hollywood. You know, of course, like it was hard for them to get jobs initially, but they kept pushing and persevering on, and so that's why a lot of his heroes were named after his sound stages.
Let's talk about some of the performances from that night.
Yes, the performances for that night. Mary J. Blige performed. Of course, you know, I wasn't able to get backstage. I got backstage, but not backstage. So Mary J. Blige.
You went to the after party, but not the after party.
Exactly. There was already, as you saw, there was already a party on the red carpet with the crowd. The crowd was amazing. It was a lot of millennials, but as you can see, Mary J. Blige performed. Jennifer Hudson performed.
Yes.
There were various choirs that performed. I wish I was back there because it looked like an awesome night. And even after Saturday, they had a church service on Sunday.
Wow.
And it was amazing. Everybody who basically, I saw pictures online, everybody who basically attended the red carpet was at the church service. There were pictures of Diddy that hugging, I believe, it was either Hillary Clinton or Oprah. Like, if you, it was an amazing event. It was an amazing event.
Wow.
I think this definitely, this was my faux talk too as well. Malik Pollard, he works for MadFlavor TV. He came down there at a spare in the moment after I wasn't able to coordinate stuff here as far as for the photographers, but he did an awesome job shooting.
Yeah, he did. She looked great.
He's awesome, and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that. What a great experience.
Yes.
I mean, like the coolest experience of your life.
The
One
coolest
more question.
experience of my life.
So why didn't you take your two favorite anchors with you?
Because we're not our two favorite anchors.
Oh, yeah. I also had to add, too, I saw yesterday, I was scouring the internet, that they are hiring at Tyler Perry Studio. So,
wow.
For those of you out there that are looking for a job.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that I need to apply?
I mean, it's bigger than Universal and, Disney and everything.
Paramount.
Yeah, and it's right down the East Coast.
That's awesome.
Good for you, Courtney. Good for
Thanks
you.
for sharing that with us, Courtney. All right.